Hey guys, it's Dobbo here. Now, the NRL season might be over, but that doesn't mean the fun can't stop with Ladbrokes. Now, our great friends at Ladbrokes, you go and download the Ladbrokes app. You can join Mates Mode. We'll be having a little flutter over the Spring Carnival, and also with the Ashes series coming up, go and join our pot Inside Ball and just watch this space. But if not, just get on, download the Ladbrokes app and join it today. I absolutely love Ladbrokes. I get on, I have a little flutter most weeks. Sometimes you go well, sometimes you even go better when you're with the Rainmaker. But hey, go and join it today. Yeah, go and join it today. Enjoy it. We've got lots more coming on. Go to the little bullseye where it says more, then you hit Mates Mode, then you go Inside Ball, join the revolution. Hello and welcome to another edition of Inside Ball. The Super Coach, that's what I want to call him, is live from Leeds. They are 2-0 up, going for a 3-0 clean sweep, 14 points to 4. It's got lots to unpack from Game 2, the Test match. Kevin Walters, hello, my friend.
Hey, Dobbo, how are you, mate? Enjoying life in Brisbane?
Oh, mate, it's been stormy, it's been hot, but it's been nothing on what you guys have gone through. We've got to talk about the Test match. Let's unpack what was. Mate, I texted you as soon as it was over, and I said, mate, what a grind, what a battle. It was Test match football. I loved it. The purist, I think any purist rugby league fan must have absolutely loved it. I don't know if you would have felt the same way because it was so tight. 4-4 at half-time, and then they went on with it. It was the Cameron Munster show in the second half.
Yeah, I did, Dobbo. Actually, walking into the stadium, there was a lot of English fans, and they had access to the tunnel. So they were booing everyone coming through. I thought, this is what we need. This is great. Yeah. How good was this? And then the stadium was amazing, honestly. What a great football stadium it is for the world. And then the boys came in. Look, great first half. Second half, we got the job done. But look, the English were very strong, Dobbo. A lot of people are saying, they weren't good here and they weren't good there and their attack was a bit off. But I'm going to say our defence was pretty bloody good for the whole 80 minutes. So I'm really happy with that. This week, though, new game at Headingley, which we're very much looking forward to.
Yeah, you certainly are. Hey, Kev, Munster gets man of the match. Just can we talk, the big news is that you've decided to stick with the side. There's going to be players who have travelled who won't get a start and make their Test debut. I like it. I think you've got to earn it. I don't think you give a Test jersey out for free. How difficult was that decision to stick with the winning formula? And was there pressure from within at all to make some changes? I mean, you've got the calibre of Mitchell Moses, you've got Bradman Best, you've got these guys who are going to miss out. What was the theory behind it and how difficult was it?
Yeah, first of all, Dobbo, no pressure from within. They're a great group of fellas and certainly understand, the predicament that we're in. Not so much the predicament, but the position we're in. Look, mixed emotions and mixed thoughts throughout the first couple of days around the selection because, you want to reward the guys that have played in the first couple of games, certainly. Yeah. And also the guys that have been training and playing against these guys in the opposed sessions have done a great job. The guys like, Mitchell Moses, he's been outstanding, certainly. A lot of guys, Dylan Edwards as well. The whole group of players have been really amazing, Dobbin. I've said that for the whole tour about their commitment to training and their preparation into games. So it was a tough decision, a couple of sleepless nights, but I feel like from a Kangaroos point of view, we just need to keep sending out the message that we're here and we're going to send our best players out to play in Game 3 and hopefully do a really good job.
Well, it's a sellout, and I think you will win 3-0, and you've stuck with the same side. Obviously, Isaiah Yeo's the only one inclusion back into that side. How difficult is it to get up for Game 3 knowing you won the series? I mean, you gave the players a couple of days off. They trained, obviously, your time today. They'll have a captain's run and then the game. Was that, and to try and get them refocused, knowing full well that they've got it wrapped up, they've won the Ashes. I know how competitive you are. I know how competitive Gordy is. the thought process that, hey, have a couple of days off, don't go stupid, but mate, we want a 3-0 clean sweep out of this.
Yeah, well, that was a reward, Dobbo, for the guys and for the team. They all went together away up to Scotland and spent a couple of days up there. Some came back a bit earlier, but I can tell you and reassure you, everyone in Australia, that we trained earlier today, and the commitment and the enthusiasm to go well in Saturday's game was there. I could see it with training. The training's been very good, and that's a part of what this team is like they love training, they love being together, and then of course, you know, on match day they love coming together and doing it. So it was disappointing telling a few players that they weren't part of the team on the weekend, but I can assure you we are one over here and doing a great job of that.
Mate, let's talk about the serial pest. This bloke that went on, Jarbo, mate. Am I right in saying, and you told me, you were the first one that spotted Jarbo going onto the field?
Well, it was myself and Dale Hall. We're sitting up high, and we just both looked at each other and said, who's that bloke standing beside Cameron Munster? Like, he doesn't look like he... And, you know, so Dale got on the phone straight away and rang down to the sideline who got security. But this bloke, he's a serial sort of person that... I'm not going to call him a pest. Well, yeah. Pitch invader. That's the word I've been told in the background from Miss Nellie, right? Pitch invader that comes in and just does. And Cameron Munster, everyone's obviously seen the vision, but what he did ask of Cameron, he said, would you mind if I got in between you and Paddy just to take a photo?
Unbelievable.
And Cameron's gone, no, mate, no. You can stand there beside me, but there's no chance of you getting between me and Paddy, because in these games when we play together, where it's Queensland, Australia, we like to stand beside each other when the national anthem is being sung and played.
Yeah.
So you bugger off. And that's when I think Cameron really sort of thought, well, hang on, mate, who are you? He thought he was a contestant winner or someone that's won a prize.
Yeah.
You know, and the bloke did a pretty good job, to be fair, walking in, and Dale Hall had vision of him walking in. He just strolled in. So our side walked out, marched out with the English side, as they do, and this bloke's just sort of stumbled out and then run around, and he's looking for the cameras, Dobbo, this fella. He's looking for what's his name again?
He's looking.
Jarbo.
Jarbo. Yeah, I don't want to give him any time, but I can tell you this. Jarbo, Dale Hall's the best with security in the business, and the fact that Dale Hall, he got around Dale Hall.
Good.
This bloke's he's obviously a serial offender. Yeah. So he's done it again.
Bloke, he had the full kit, Kia, the jersey, the name on the back, everything. So like he was pretty good at his job. But Munster, and I just thought, well, mate, you're not part of our team, so I wonder where you're from. And then Dale got onto it, so we sorted it out. But yeah, it was a bit of a mystery how he got through the security, you know, at that stadium and then onto the field.
How difficult was it, Kev, for you to lose Tino with that? And, mate, I like Grant Atkins as a referee. I like him a lot. But, mate, you can't bin a winger and a front rower together. It just doesn't make any sense. It's a complete disadvantage. It was unfair. Like, if you're going to go, send two wingers off. Send two front rowers off. You can't bin a winger and a front rower together.
Well, they both got sent off, of course, because they were third man in, which is a big problem in Australia, but not so much here. But they should have probably sent the 2 9s on the ground scuffling, you know, Harry and his mate, or I don't know, mate. But it was a bit of a disruption, but I thought we handled it pretty well.
Well, it put you guys at a disadvantage, Kev.
Well, you prefer to lose a middle forward than a winger. I thought England were probably a little bit disadvantaged there, you know, but we'll take it, Dobbo. We'll take it.
Yeah. Kev, I don't know if you've seen what's been going on, and we talk about, obviously, you guys going for 3-0. It's a sellout. It's been a wonderful tour. You're back. The Eli Katoa issue that's gone on with Tonga, he's had surgery. His family have said that he's recovering. We don't want to see it. You've been a very strong supporter of the HIA and resting even Isaiah. You were clear. You were like, mate, he will not be getting game 2. You've been strong with it from the start. Do you think the NRL are going to have to get in in a little way, because Melbourne are now at a severe disadvantage. They look like they're going to lose him for the year at least. This is something that probably has it slipped through the cracks a little bit, this one.
Yeah, Dobbo, there's been a lot of talk over here about Katoa and what's happened in that game and in that match. But I can assure you that the medical staff, when I was at the Broncos and also with Queensland and also Australia, are very protective of the players. So I'm not sure what's happened. And, it'd be wrong of me to comment on something that I haven't been.
On Tonga.
But the medical staff, I can say, around the NRL and also in the representative sides, not only Queensland but also Australia, they are very positive about and meticulous about the work that they do and the protection of the players.
Of the player.
Yeah. And I know.
Well, he passed. He passed that. Then he passed a HIA, and it was the third head knock, and that's where he got some swelling of the brain. So they've had to operate on there. That's a fairly serious. And look, I'm not saying that it's in any way Tonga's fault, but the NRL are going to do a full investigation about it. You just think up the initial head knock that happened in the warm up, that if Tonga had known the severity of it, there's no way he goes onto the field. You activate your 18th man straight away.
Yeah, obviously, if you see that vision, and we all saw it post-game, it was not a great collision and something that needed to be looked at probably a little bit more. But again, without knowing all the facts and all the details around it, it'd be wrong of me to comment about it all. But what we do is wish Katoa all the best.
Eli Katoa.
Eli Katoa in his recovery, and we're hoping that he has a speedy recovery and that everything works out okay for him, because we don't want to see that with any of our players in the NRL or anywhere across the world, having those concussions and that sort of stuff happening.
Kev, what have you got to do? What have you got to do to win Game 3 this week? What have you got to do?
Well, Dobbo, we've spoken about it, obviously at a bit with length about, just controlling the ball a little bit better, being a little bit smarter with some of our decisions with our attack. Defensively, I thought we were very good. Obviously, they've scored. The English have scored just the one try in 2 games. So what we need to get better at is our attack and making sure that flows better. I feel like we've achieved a lot of that today with our boys, with our training. But again, we'll have a training run again on Friday, our captain's run, into the game on Saturday. But I'm expecting a much better performance from our boys from an attacking point of view.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this final test, and hopefully it's a 3-0 sweep. England have been very passionate. Their coach is like, mate, they're not winning 3-0, and he's all devastated. All that kind of stuff, that's hearsay. For me, I think that you guys have done enough. What's Leeds like and the atmosphere, the support there? I know you've got a lot of Aussies on the ground there. Have you noticed how much support you've got there on the ground?
Yeah, great question, Dobbo. Look, we trained there today at Headingley, and we'll do a captain's run there on Friday. It's a smaller stadium, only fields about 15,000 people at capacity. So, and they sit right on top of you. And one end of the stadium is there's no grandstand; it's just standing room only, and that's where the English will be. Oh, look, I've coached there before, Dobbo, with the Catalan Dragons, and I've also been there as a non-player at Headingley against the Australians. This will be the biggest challenge that our boys face from a crowd point of view and the interaction of the crowd. It's a smaller stadium. It's a great stadium. The pitch looks magnificent. We trained on there earlier today. Everything's moving forward to a great test match, but the experience that our boys are going to gather from the crowd just sitting on top, they will be singing and cheering. Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic occasion for our boys. And everyone's talking about a dead rubber. There's never a dead rubber in International Rugby League. This will be a great game, and the hearts and all the passion will be there from the Australians and also from the English.
I love it. Now, Kev, just quickly, Tom Brady bought ownership of the LA Raiders. Now you've got your assistant coach, 1G Tallis, who's now, mate, I mean, he's now the owner. The ownership of the Titans, I mean, how is it? Like, I mean, and we've got to talk about that on Inside Ball, and we'll obviously get Gordy, and we might even get Beck Frizzell, and, like, it's a great story. But he must be excited. The bully's been a wonderful part of your coaching, and he's now going to be he's going to be part of your coaching moving forward, and he's very much instilled there. But your thoughts just on the Titans putting some ownership, I like it. They've got really smart people involved.
Yeah, I like it too, Dobbo. I think the Titans can be a great franchise in the NRL. I particularly like where the franchise is situated on the Gold Coast. It's a great city. People, you can bring families up there. It's a wonderful place to live. And I think with the Frizzels taking over, I know Rebecca Frizzell quite well, and the Frizzell family, they're winners, right? And they've got winners involved, I think it's only a positive for our game. And
It's a good move.
Big Gordy,
It's a really good move. It's a really good move.
Here. Dobbo,
I bet he is.
Inside Mail, he's been talking to a few Australian players, trying to get them to connect to the Titans. So look out.
There's no question. And you know what? If ever there was any doubt that Tino was going to leave and go on the open market, you got the Raging Bull there and Tino handed out. That's not going to happen. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
He's got him in handcuffs. Tino, he's in handcuffs. He'll be at the Titans next year for sure, mate. 100%. But I like it, Dobbo. Honestly, I do like it. The inclusion of some rugby league people.
I do as well.
Some entertainment people, around the Titans.
It's very good. Yeah, it's very good. I think it's a great move by the Frizzels.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be back. You are going to be back next week, and obviously we will do it.
Narelle's trying to drag me to. Is it Dubai? Is that a city? Is that a country? What is it?
You're not going to Dubai. You're back here next Thursday, and we're doing the podcast in studio. I don't care what you say. Okay, Well, you're not going to Dubai. Hey, listen, we're going to open the hosted pot as well. Kevie, all thanks to Ladbrokes. We didn't have a lot of luck last week because you couldn't score any points. I'm going to tell you now, the hosted pot through Mates Mode and Ladbrokes will be operational, and we're only going on 2 matches. We're going on the Pacific Nation, Samoa and New Zealand, but we're going to start with Australia.
Tell me what we got first. What do you got? What do you got for us?
We've got Australia and England, and I'm going to tell you now, one bloke who I think has had plenty of opportunity that hasn't, Mark Nwanganitawase, has not scored a try yet, and he's got to score. Gemmett's had a go. He set Reese up. Mark Nwanganitawase is going to score this week. And we're going to get more than point, and we're going to do a points thing. You're going to score a few points this week. You're going to open up the attack in Game 3. Australia going to win. And then we're going to go into an upset, I think. I'm just waiting in the hosted pot in Mates Mode, but all thanks to Ladbrokes. Now, Kev, when we come back next week, we've got a lot to unpack. We're looking forward to you coming back. We understand how hard you've worked. We are so proud of you at Inside Ball. We're so proud of you as the Australian coach. Go well. 3-0, that's what we want. And then, obviously, we can't wait to see the photos of afterwards. Just quickly, the team song, you've brought that back. I love this team song that you've brought back, and everybody's singing there. You're big on culture.
The great Bob Fulton coached the Kangaroos. Well, he's obviously captained the Kangaroos as a player, but in 1990 and 1994, both the Kangaroo tours that I went on, and also the 92 World Cup for Australia against England, he introduced a song, and it was, nobody knew it at the time, but it was actually the Manly Club team song, but we brought it back, and the boys are loving it. Seriously.
I bet they are.
Hey, they are. Yeah. Well, you got to have a team song, Dobbo.
We saw the vision of it, mate. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
And Peter and Andrew loved it as well. They were in the dressing rooms post-game.
I saw them arm in arm singing, mate. They loved it as well.
They loved it. Yeah, they loved it. So, look, it'll hopefully be something we'll be singing on Saturday night again, post-game. But, yeah, I'm big on tradition, Dobbo. You know that. And I've been telling the boys a few stories about the Kangaroos from yesteryear, and they're loving it. We're just looking forward so much to Saturday and wrapping the series up and just playing bloody well for Australia, mate. Go the Kangaroos.
Yep. Go the Kangaroos. That's Kevin Walters, and this is Inside Ball. Now, if you didn't hear Ben Teo talking about his career, he managed his first contract at the Broncos. We've got that up there as well. Kevin Walters is coaching Game 3 of the Ashes. He'll be back next week in studio when we recap the Ashes recap. We're going to have a lot more on that, and there's plenty more. Now, go to Mates Mode at Ladbrokes, and you just go Mates Mode, hit Inside Ball. Hosted pot will be open tomorrow, and obviously your chance to go in. We're going to have dabble it. Obviously, we're not doing any racing this week. We're going to do 2 rugby league games, 2 finals, Game 3 Ashes, and also the final Samoa versus New Zealand. Kev, good to see you, mate. I know it's late in the night. Appreciate you. And thank you, mate.
Melbourne Cup. How'd you go
Yeah.
with Ladbrokes? Any luck?
Mate, I always had luck because, half yours, I've got used to that of giving half of everything away. So I backed it. And you know what? It was raining. It was raining.
Yes,
Good on you,
mate.
Kevie. Thank you, mate. And we'll catch up
Love
with
you,
you. We'll
boys.
see you in studio next week. Good on you, mate.
Cheers, pals.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.